That might be the best cue ever to come in. That was awesome. Hello and welcome everyone, and if we could give one more big round of applause for the Hillsboro High School student drumline. That was a great way to get the night started. My name is Robbie Hammond, and it is my pleasure as the Hillsboro City Manager to welcome you all to the 2024 State of the City. Thank you for all joining us here in the Hillsboro Civic Center Shirley Huffman Auditorium. It's been 4 years since we last celebrated the State of the City here in person in this auditorium, so that's a big deal, and we're very excited to be here with everybody. For some of you, that may not feel that long ago, and for many of us, that feels like a completely different lifetime ago. The State of the City brings us together to connect, to recognize Hillsboro's progress and our challenges, and to enjoy each other's company as we celebrate in this place that belongs to the community. Now, will you please stand for the presentation of the colors by the Hillsboro Police Department Honor Guard, featuring Sergeant Leland Gilbert, Detective Toby Cook, and Officer Eric Bunday.
Ready? Post! Dress! Recover!
Please remain standing for the singing of Lift Every Voice and Sing, widely known as the Black National Anthem, followed by the Star-Spangled Banner, performed by Ifeoma Muato.
Present. Hoot!
Lift every voice and sing, till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun, let us march on till victory is won. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs burst in air, that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Order, hoops! Ready, face! Forward, march!
Thank you, Ifuma. That was beautiful. And thank you to the Honor Guard members as well. Finally, please join me in welcoming our 2023-24 Hillsboro Youth Advisory Council co-chairs, Abirul Shakya and Allison Pooch Kahuich.
Hi, my name is Abirul Shakya,
Good evening. My name is Allison Puchkawich.
and we're part of the Hillsboro Youth Advisory Council.
We want to start with a land acknowledgement tonight. So, we want to acknowledge the people on whose land we live. The Apalati Kalapuyans, also known as the Tualatin Band of Kalapuyans, the first inhabitants of Washington County. We are grateful for the land we live on, Kalapuyan land. Signers of the Willamette Valley Treaty of 1855 were removed from their homelands to the Grand Ronde Indian Reservation. Today, their descendants are tribal members of Grand Ronde and Siletz tribes, carrying on the traditions and cultures of their ancestors.
We acknowledge and express gratitude for the ancestors of this place and recognize that we are here because of the sacrifices forced upon them. In remembering these communities, we honor their legacy, their lives, and their continuation in our community. Please reflect on the role government has played in the painful colonial history and reflect as well on the resilience and healing of the Indigenous land and communities. We would like to invite everyone to collaborate and work together with the tribes to take care of the land and water and the people who inhabit these spaces.
Okay. Can you start with that?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we, along with 25 other high schoolers from around Hillsboro, helped the city improve its policy work and action by making it more inclusive to the youth in our community.
Today, we're very excited to attend the Hillsboro State of City.
It is our pleasure to introduce the mayor of Hillsboro,
Steve Callaway.
Steve Callaway.
Well, good evening, and thank you all for being here. Thank you to Abirul and to Allison for the introduction. Thank you to the YAC members who are all on the dais. It is so good to have you have my back. Thank you, IFOMA, for the beautiful anthems tonight. Thanks to our police and honor guard. We appreciate your presence. Thank you to the Hill High Drumline. You guys are awesome. And I think we get a little cameo right here. And while they come in, I will tell Thank you. Thank you to Jeff Fotland, who is the director of Hill High. Thank you also to my dear friend John Matsuo, who's the vice principal at Hill High and helped organize this. And especially, thank you to Namalando. She was one of my elementary students when I was principal at Tobias, and I love seeing you up here. Thank you so much. Guys, Cadence, let's go. And you know, I can think of a couple of meetings where I much would have preferred to have a drum line than a gavel. So thank you, Hill High. Go Spartans, the Hillsboro High School. Also, I want to thank Robbie Hammond, our city manager, for his introductions and for his work. Thanks to those who are providing supervised play down at Outside In. Thank you to those who are providing live Spanish translation. And afterwards, thank you to those who are leading tours at Junior Achievement Discovery Center, which is over above on the second floor. So thank you to you who are here in person, and thanks to those who are joining us online. One of those who is joining us online is Needy Pai, and Needy was a YAC student, and the year that I became mayor, my first state of the city, she took the bus up from Corvallis to be here for that, and meant the world. And she is now studying at Johns Hopkins, and she is joining us tonight on the live stream. So Needy, thank you for continuing to make us proud, and we wish you all the best, and we hope it's not a big test tomorrow that you should be studying for instead. You know, our YAC kids really are amazing and are just some of the best, and we're so proud of them, the difference they make in our city as well as the difference that they are making in the world. You'll notice that we have a couple of speakers set up instead of our regular sound system, and that's because, like a lot of people, we had a frozen pipe, and it soaked the sound system and the circuit board. And so thank you to our staff who scrambled to put the PA system together so that we could be back here in the Shirley Huffman Auditorium tonight. Now, there are a couple of kids I want to introduce. First is Andre. Andre, why don't you come on up? I met Andre this summer when we were doing a ribbon cutting at his parents' business. And so his first day of school picture with you and your brother, and you had, you know, going into second grade, how old you were, and what you want to be when you grow up. And what is it you want to be when you grow up?
A mayor.
A mayor. All right. So, mayors, we work together. We hang out together. And so I wanted him to come and enjoy tonight's State of the City. Now, how old are you?
I am 7 and my birthday's coming up.
Okay, it's coming up. Okay, so you're 8, which means probably in about 12, 16 years you can run for mayor. And that means that those people who are mayor after me and before you are just kind of placeholders. Yeah? Cool. Another youngster that I want to introduce tonight is Sailor. And I met Sailor when I was reading in her kindergarten class earlier this year. And Sailor, after we were done and we were talking to the kids, and Sailor came up to me and she said, "Would you be my friend?" And it's like, "Oh, of course. And may I be your friend?" And she said, "Yes." And you know what? Friends hang out and do fun stuff together. So that's why you're here tonight, for drum lines and fun and a speech. Well, two out of 3 ain't bad. And your teacher is here, so we thank Mr. Nelson for being here, and your parents. And so thanks, you guys, for being here. And then I'm going to invite Parker. Do you want to come up? Oh, Parker, come on up. And Dalen and Callaway. These are my grandkids. Oh, yeah. Do you guys want to come up? And you know, when I started getting involved in things in Hillsboro, it was because of my own kids. And now we're doing it for grandkids, and we're doing it for your kids. And you all are not just our future, but truly our present, and you are our motivation and our inspiration. And thank you. I am so glad that we're friends. I'm so glad I'm your grandpa. I'm so glad I get to vote for you in a few years for mayor. All right? All right. Thank you. Thank you. All right. And Dalen's sitting down. You'll see a picture of him later on the screen. You know, this year's theme for our State of the City is Together We Keep Getting Better. And that's as a community, as a city, and as a city council. When we work together and doing so well, we do keep getting better. So thank you to our city council. And if you all would please stand so that we can recognize you. Thank you to Councilor Pace and Councilor Sinclair. I do want to note that so in addition to Councilor Sinclair and Councilor Pace who are here, Councilor Alcare is unable to be here tonight, as is Council President Martin. We have Councilor Van Beveren as well as Councilor Sanchez-Roleto. And Council President Martin, Councilor Van Beveren, and Councilor Sanchez-Roleto, between the three of them, have 20 years of service on council. And this is all their last term. So we say to you, thank you 20 times over. And we also say thank you to our family members because, you know, without them, we couldn't do what we do. And so thanks to all of our family members 100 times over, because without their support, without their help in accommodating schedules, commitments, my mood, you know, it would be so much harder. Now, Joan is not here tonight. She is at home laying flat on her back with some back pain. So I do want to thank her. She's joining us via live stream and probably is, you know, hitting mute most of the time. But I am so grateful for Joan, who has been here literally every step of the way, and my two kids, Molly and Michael, their spouses and kids. Thank you for being so much of my inspiration. Thanks to Robbie, Raheem, and Simone and the entire city staff and our volunteers and engaged community members for everything that you do to help our community keep getting better. And some of the community and business leaders are here with us tonight, including Maria Pope, who is the CEO of PGE. Thank you, Maria, for being here. We have Deanna Palm, the president of the Washington County Chamber of Commerce. And we have Patty Mulvihill, the executive director of the League of Oregon Cities, and Tania Browning, the past president of the LOC. Thank you to our elected leaders. And if you are an elected leader, would you please stand so we can say thank you to you tonight. Thank you. Now, one person who has been here in the past is Durham Mayor Gary Sciarotto, and he's not with us tonight because he passed away a couple of weeks ago. But I do want to acknowledge his importance in the region and his personal friendship to me, because he is and has been a good partner, and we are only as strong as our partnerships. And one of our most important partnerships is with the Mexican consulate. And so we have a few comments from Consul Carlos Quesnel.
Hello, I'm Carlos Quesnel, Consul of Mexico in Portland. I am pleased to acknowledge the strong bond we share with the wonderful city of Hillsboro. Together, we have fostered an important relationship, working closely to support the Hispanic and Mexican communities. Hillsboro, under the great leadership of Mayor Steve Callaway, has been a strategic partner. It is reassuring to see the city's commitment to the well-being of our community. Muchas gracias, Mayor Callaway, and the entire city of Hillsboro for your support. Together, let's continue leaving a meaningful and positive impact in our community.
Thank you, Consul Quesnel. Thanks to you and so many of our partners, I am proud to tell you that the state of Hillsboro is strong. And Hillsboro's success has been because of our partnerships, our community, and our drive to continue getting better. It is truly steel sharpening steel. And these partnerships will continue as we begin an update of our 2035 community plan, which we do every 5 years. And we will elevate and incorporate even more voices and ideas into our planning. What began as the 2020 Vision and Action Plan back in 1998 is now the 2035 Community Plan, and it reflects the greatest community engagement possible. And we want to hear from you during this update. So there is in your green bag a card, and on the back of the card is a QR code, okay, that will take you directly to the Engage Hillsboro survey page. So please share your ideas for Hillsboro's future because it matters significantly. And we are reaching out to engage with everyone in our community with the support and help from our Civic Leadership Academy graduates. Now, for those of you who have taken out your card, I want to point out that the QR code will not work until I'm done with my speech tonight. And now a bunch of you are going to try it to see if it's true. So in keeping with Hillsboro's 2035 community plan's 5 focus areas, tonight we're going to go through each of these 5 areas and look at where we are as a community, beginning with livability and recreation. Livability starts with basic services, public safety, public works, sidewalks, and safe streets, and water. And we were reminded during the recent weather how important the people who provide these core services are. And these weren't services that were added in the past year. What we are experiencing and benefiting from is the results of decades of work to plan and prepare and respond to our community's needs, regardless of what they are. Take the Willamette Water Supply Project, where we're building a new seismically resilient water system to bring an additional water source to Hillsboro by 2026. This project started after I joined City Council in 2011, before I was mayor. And by the time this pipeline is connected and serving Hillsboro customers, a new mayor will be there to cut a ribbon, turn a faucet, or whatever she's going to do. That's why the stability of city leadership and city staff is so important, because consistency with elected leaders is critical to ensuring projects that started before them can be seen through to completion regardless. And just as important are the training and talents of our employees. One program that's bringing in the best to serve our community is our Water and Public Works Operators in Training program.
Thanks to the OIT program, I was able to learn everything that it takes to bring water into our homes.
The most impacting thing about this program is the fact that you can actually become somebody. You know, you actually have a title. You know, I'm a water operator. I'm a water operator. It's you know, they gave me the skills, they gave me the tools, and now, I have a title, and that's amazing.
Thank you to Rudy Mendoza and Jacob Medel Soriano for sharing their stories of serving our community. Now, once again, Hillsboro continues to be ranked among the top 50 places to live in the United States. And a big reason why is we continue to be recognized for our commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion. As a city and as a community, we're making efforts to be more inclusive and bring more voices to the table, those voices that have been historically shut out of the conversation. So we've expanded our programs to establish a digital literacy program with Centro de Prosperidad. And we continue to grow our supplier diversity program to advance equity and support of local, minority-owned, women-owned, emerging, and veteran-owned businesses. We invited the community to celebrate the anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act with a party at Hidden Creek Community Center. And we created an internal Equity Leadership Council for city employees and encouraged employee affinity groups, making our city a welcoming and supporting work environment for all. We adopted the city's land acknowledgement, which our YAC leaders read tonight. And we continue to celebrate important cultural months and celebrations, including Hispanic Heritage Month with El Grito and Latino Cultural Festival, Pride Month events, including our Pride Party, Black History Month, which starts February 1st on Thursday, and Juneteenth. And with the beginning of Black History Month, that's one reason why it was important to me that we heard Lift Every Voice and Sing tonight. Thank you again, Ifoma, for that beautiful rendition. And that song was written as a poem by NAACP leader James Weldon Johnson in 1900. It was set to music by his brother John, and the first public performance of the song was by school children at the segregated school where Johnson was principal. They sang it in celebration of President Abraham Lincoln's birthday, and the song later became a rallying cry during the civil rights movement of the 1950s and 60s for equality and freedom for Americans and other people of color. As was mentioned before, it's known as the Black National Anthem, and I'm so glad that we heard it tonight. Now, we took a giant step forward this past year, as in Oro the Friendly Forest Giant, when we opened Hidden Creek Park West. Now, Oro is already iconic. It's a Pacific Northwest destination and a symbol of Hillsboro's livability and recreational excellence. The park was designed with inclusivity and accessibility as a focus to ensure a place where children of all abilities enjoy belonging and playing. And we're grateful that the park is part of a legacy of an incredible team of city staff and community members who made it possible, including former Parks and Recreation Director Dave Militich, who's Dave's kindness and leadership blessed our community for many years before his untimely passing in November. And Dave's commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion, especially accessibility, is present in so many of the projects, places, and experiences here in Hillsboro, including Hidden Creek Park West.
I love this park. The setting is wonderful. There's so many different surfaces for all the kids to play on of all different ages. It's safe, but provides enough activity and daredevil stuff that they can do.
I like about these dead ends, and you get to find a way out.
It's awesome park. My kids really like it. We came here every week, and she's having so fun.
It's wonderful. I've never seen anything like it. Yeah.
I think it's great for our students. We have one in a wheelchair, and I think it's going to be great for, as you can see, it's going to be great for him.
During Oro, we celebrated new parks in the South Hillsboro neighborhood. One counselor who can't be here tonight, Counselor Olivia Alcaire, shared with me that of particular importance to her are our parks, which hold many of our community events. Counselor Alcaire also praised our housing initiatives, public safety, small businesses, particularly in the Calle Diaz area, our engagement with community members and groups, and our public art. From the elevator doors behind you to the walls of this room, to La Strada de Pastelli Chalk Art Festival, to art at the Walters Cultural Arts Center, and so much more, our community's commitment to public art is also called out in our Hillsboro 2035 Community Plan. And over the past 12 months, Hillsboro's Cultural Arts District and our Parks and Recreation Department's Public Arts Program have added beautiful murals across the community, including outside Main Street Commons, M&M Marketplace, and along 10th Avenue, where we created a video for our Facebook and Instagram pages.
Mi nombre es William Hernández, soy un artista plástico y soy peruano.
My name is Abdiel Flores Ubaldo. I'm an artist and I'm from Hillsboro.
Creo que es muy importante para todos, no solamente para los hispanos, sino para las familias que se reúnen aquí, ver más arte y ser representados.
I just love being around this community, and I know that people will find happiness seeing themselves represented in this mural.
Part of our livability, Part of our livability comes from being the home of the Hillsboro Hops. There you go. And the Hops are so much more than just Hillsboro's team. They truly belong to our region. And we're working with our partners to keep the hops here in Hillsboro, just as our 2020 Vision and Action Plan called for. That's why we asked the state to step up to support the hops and Eugene Emeralds and the coalition that includes our city that's advocating to keep minor league baseball here in Oregon. We thank Senator Solomon for your leadership on this critically important issue. Now, the Hops host so much more than baseball. They provide youth athletic fields, college scholarships for first-generation students, internships, fundraising opportunities for teams and groups. They host concerts, the Latino Cultural Festival, and other community events. And these and all the other events where we come together as a community are a tremendous source of pride, and they are how we remain connected to each other. Another source of pride, our work to engage everyone in our community.
One of the things I think the city has improved on is community engagement. Both the staff and the council want to hear from community members. And at community events, we have many more departments from the city available to answer questions. And I've gotten great feedback from community members who say it was wonderful to talk to the different departments and get answers to their questions. Another thing I'm proud of is our website that allows community engagement, which is Engage Hillsboro. In 2023, we had over 47,000 visits, and we heard from you on everything ranging from the Transportation Safety Action Plan all the way to what bands do you want to hear at our summer concert series. Thank you so much for your engagement so far, and looking ahead to 2024, we would love if you continued to engage with Engage Hillsboro or come to our community events. Either way, we're listening and we want to hear from you.
Community engagement and outreach is a city council priority. And as we look back at the tremendous impact that Engage Hillsboro website has made, it truly is incredible. As Councilor Pace mentioned, in 2023, the Engage Hillsboro website had more than 47,000 visits and nearly 8,000 engagements for direct input and feedback on projects that included an update on our camping rules for those experiencing homelessness, the Parks and Recreation System Plan, Picks in the Park, where the community chose the movies, and the Showtime concert series, where the community selected the bands which will play. We saw more than 1,800 visits to our Spanish language Connectate engagement site, and we had a record 1.5 million visits to the city website in 2023, which is a 23% increase from the year before. And we now have more than 24,000 community members who receive the Happening in Hillsboro email newsletter, which includes each city council meeting agenda. And that's more than double the audience from 2022. We also saw huge increases for email newsletters from the Parks and Recreation Department, our library, fire and rescue, police, homelessness, Hillsboro 2035, and Creciendo Juntos, our Spanish language email newsletter. As a full-service city, it is incredibly helpful for our residents to know what is happening in each of these departments and in each of these areas.
As I start my 4th year here as a counselor, one of the things that I have been really observant of in the growth of our communications, as not only our strategies grew, but also our budgets shifted and where we put the importance of our budget in order to reach out into our community to hear their voices and not just putting information out there. So I look forward to growth and our continued partnerships with the groups within our community.
Our libraries are among our most popular community gathering places. And in 2023, patrons visited our library more than 500,000 times, which is a 15% increase from 2022. With 35,000 new items, library patrons checked out more than 1.8 million items in total. The annual Hillsboro Reads was another successful Engage Hillsboro project, where more than 600 community members selected this year's featured titles. We upgraded technology options at the library, and we doubled the number of Wi-Fi hotspots to 50 and added 20 Chromebook laptops. And all of these things are available to check out through our Library of Things. And it's important to note that some of the laptops were set up with Spanish as the primary language. Please keep all of these things in mind when it comes time for future WCCLS levy renewals. At the library and with the library, we hosted our first post-COVID naturalization ceremony and welcomed dozens of new American citizens. We also welcomed our new library director, Tammy Wallen, who is here with us tonight. And would you like to stand? Now, among the items that we added this year were 35 new books from our sister city in Fukuroi, Japan. They represented the 35 years of our partnership as sister cities.
Greetings to everyone in Hillsboro. I am Noriyuki Oba, Mayor of Fukuroi City. Our city celebrated the 35th anniversary of sister city relations last year. We are grateful for your continued friendship. Both cities have conducted exchanges such as student exchanges and the acceptance of Fukuroi City Staff Dispatch Program with your mayor's leadership. I hope our ties will go on to the next generation and contribute it to mutual development. Thank you.
Now, we aren't sure if Mayor Oba's humor was directed at himself or me, but either way, a little humor always works. So thank you to Mayor Oba and all of the Fukuroi residents. With them for 35 years together, we keep getting better. And this is so evident with our partnership with the Hillsboro School District as well. Our industry-recognized youth apprenticeship program is a huge win for our hometown students and our local semiconductor and aviation employers. Now, right next to Tamarack Park in South Hillsboro neighborhood, we celebrated the opening of Tamarack Elementary School. That project concluded the $408 million school bond with great outcomes at every school across the district, which you can see when you watch the video or read the financial accountability report, which is on the HSD website. So we want to thank Superintendent Travis Ryman and for all of the Hillsboro staff as we continue our incredible partnership into the future. Thank you all for taking good care of the Hillsboro students, including those who are here tonight. Now, as the son and grandson of Methodist ministers, the recognition of the historic Methodist Meeting House was particularly meaningful for me. Thank you to the Nez Perce tribal members, the Meek family descendants, the Hillsboro Historical Society, Majestic Realty, and the Historic Landmarks Advisory Committee. This monument is a beautiful testament to our past, and it represents that we still honor our history while we look to the future. And part of that future is Highlight high-speed internet service. We have grown Highlight to reach our first 1,000 customers. Highlight's Bridge program connects income-qualifying residents to 1 gigabit service for only $10 a month. And everyone living in the new Nueva Esperanza apartments are connected. Highlight is one of the reasons why a national study found that Hillsboro has the lowest internet cable rates in the Pacific Northwest. Together, we keep getting better, and that includes our pursuit of sustainability. And here's Council President Anthony Martin, the chair of our Environmental Stewardship Committee.
I see Hillsboro becoming a more resilient and environmentally stable community in the future. Currently, Hillsboro already does a lot. We buy 100% of our electricity from PGE with renewable resources. And as a city, including all the businesses and people, we buy more renewable electricity than most cities in the entire country, including things like Philadelphia or Washington, D.C. We also recently passed our Home Energy Score program, which ensures that everyone buying a home understands the energy impact of that home and ways they can improve it. This next year, we're going to adopt our Climate Action Plan, which I'm very excited about. It's going to make sure that we have clear strategies on how to become a more resilient and sustainable community.
So, as Council President Martin said, we're the #1 green power purchasing community in the entire country. And we see that most of the green power purchases come from our manufacturing community, and the rest comes from those of us who choose to buy green power through PGE, because we make a difference too. And together we keep getting better and we keep getting greener. We are recognized as Hillsboro as a bee city and as a tree city. And last year we planted more than 30,000 trees and shrubs in Hillsboro. We're working to protect monarch butterflies as part of the Mayor's Monarch Pledge. We launched curbside battery recycling in 2023, and we launched a new program offering a reduced rate for garbage and recycling services for those with a qualifying income. We're ramping up our electric vehicle program in our city, and thanks to our partners at PGE, we've added 10 level 2 chargers, 1 fast charger to power the city's fleet of vehicles, and by the end of the year, we will have almost 50 electric vehicles in our fleet, which is more than triple our 2022 total. And throughout the city, there are 71 public charging ports for electric vehicles.
Thank you, Mayor Callaway. It is an honor to work with you, your council, and the entire City of Hillsboro team. Congratulations on being recognized by the EPA for the #1 Green Power Community Program in the entire country. What an accomplishment. We are working with all of you in establishing reliability through the investment in substations to energy storage and ensuring that there are adequate EV charging stations throughout the community.
Maria, thanks for your video. Thank you for being here tonight. Also, thank you to PGE and your crews who did so much to get the power back on as fast as you could in the aftermath of the brutal storm. We're very, very grateful for all of the effort and all of the work. Our city employees also at that same time provided critical safety response. Our public works, our water and park maintenance all braved the cold to ensure essential services. And our public safety professionals never stop working to keep our community safe. It's true not only during weather emergencies, but our police and fire and rescue crews literally work every day of the year, providing 24-hour-a-day coverage. We continue to support and invest in our fire and rescue department and our firefighters, led by Chief Downey. We're adding and replacing service vehicles. We've hired 10 new firefighters last year, and we're preparing for the groundbreaking for our new fire station in South Hillsboro later this year. I also want to call out our fire and rescue team's outstanding service to community by providing CPR training in English and Spanish. Safety and service are also in focus on the Chute Park campus, where the city created a new safety liaison position to serve the area that's home to Shark, Chute Park Library, and the Senior Center. Another new service is our police department's Fix a Fine program. It incentivizes vehicle repairs instead of fines, and it's a great way to keep our community safer and support local businesses at the same time. Our police department staff truly are outstanding at creating and fostering great relationships with our community members, and that includes Chief Coleman's Community Advisory Group, which continues to have an impact. And thanks to those members who are here tonight. Now, recently, the advisory group helped develop a new Hillsboro Police Department vision statement, which reads, "Our vision is to be the most trusted police department in the Pacific Northwest by fulfilling our mission of delivering exceptional police service to the Hillsboro community through our shared values of dignity, respect, service, and just outcomes." And part of how we get there is through the outstanding people we recruit. And in 2023, we hired 13 new officers and several other key staff members, in part through our outreach efforts.
We listen to our community members.
We care about all of our community members.
We want to make sure you're safe wherever you are.
We're here to keep our community safe at all hours of the day.
Somos oficiales de todo tipo, tamaño y color. Somos igual que ustedes.
We believe our duty is in the details.
This is our community, and we're a part of it just like you.
Now, our fifth and final Hillsboro 2035 focus area is our economy and infrastructure. And the city of Hillsboro has made a commitment to our community to meet and exceed their expectations. And for decades, Hillsboro has risen to this challenge. Through thoughtful and complete community planning and aligning economic development with housing, we are delivering balanced growth alongside economic opportunities for our residents. thanks in part to the diverse housing options that exist here, including the award-winning mixed-use developments like Orenco Station, Tannisbourne, and Amber Glen, residential expansion into the planned growth areas of South Hillsboro and Witch Hazel Village, the construction of over 300 affordable housing units, including 2- and 3-bedroom for our multi-generational families, and our affordable home ownership opportunities through partnerships with Proud Ground and Habitat for Humanity. And as part of the work to provide housing for all, we are also working together to address the complex challenges of homelessness across city departments and with our partner agencies and with members of our community. This past year, we engaged the community to establish camping rules while we pursue funding to build our future year-round shelter near Dairy Creek Park. This is the City of Hillsboro's capital request to the state for the 2024 legislative session. We have a $3 million gap to close, and it's important to note that this project aligns with the governor's housing and homelessness goals. Thank you to Representative McLean for leading the funding request, and we hope that the legislature will answer this call as well. Now, in the meantime, we work together with partners to provide life-saving emergency shelter at the same location. Thanks to local and county-wide teamwork and regional and state support, we opened the Safe Rest Pods at Southwest 17th Avenue. The portable shelters are an off-the-rack solution, and we know that every person has their unique story. So Open Door Housing Works operates the site and provides the unique wraparound support that people need to pursue stable housing. This year, we also helped expand day center services and continued our outdoor cleanup project. This project keeps Hillsboro beautiful and provides paid job opportunities for people with lived experiences of homelessness. With this program, we have removed more than 1,400 shopping carts from public places and returned them to the original business, as well as removed nearly 69,000 pounds of debris and nearly 400 sharps, or what you and I would call needles.
A recent example of a collaborative effort that's been quite successful, sheltering those experiencing homelessness in our community. We have made great progress working with partners, Washington County, Metro, the state of Oregon, and a local nonprofit, Open Door. We recently opened 40 shelter pods in a community in Hillsboro. They're heated, they're nice, and they provide really a great comfort for our people experiencing homelessness. Together, we are better when we work collaboratively.
This work across agencies is making a big difference, and it's one example of our tremendous collaboration and partnership with Washington County, because in all matters, we work together for the community's benefit. It's a great example of how together we keep getting better. Now, it's important to remember how hard we've worked with our partners and how long we've planned to position Hillsboro to serve our residents and create economic opportunities for all Oregonians. The Hillsboro Technology Park and North Hillsboro Industrial Renewal Area are examples of this. Hillsboro supported and celebrated 3 Hillsboro companies who have been awarded Oregon State CHIPS Act funds, and this is a big step in securing Oregon's economic future. Hillsboro companies Intel, Gyra Semiconductor, and Qorvo received $155 million in funding from the state of Oregon. And Intel will use their funds to invest in Hillsboro as part of a potential future multi-billion-dollar expansion of Intel's research and development and manufacturing capacity. And this also supports the ecosystem of local suppliers and related businesses and helps solidify Oregon's place as the U.S. semiconductor R&D and technology development hub for years to come. Along with the state legislature's historic investments, Business Oregon awarded Hillsboro and partners a $1.5 million grant to establish Oregon Semiconductor Center of Innovation Excellence here in Hillsboro. And the success of Oregon's semiconductor industry depends on attracting, creating, and retaining a world-class workforce. Through our partnerships, the City of Hillsboro is helping to increase local career opportunities in advanced manufacturing. And the Advanced Manufacturing Training and Education Collaborative of Hillsboro, also known as AMTEC, celebrated the 6th year of public-private partnership that includes the City of Hillsboro, Portland Community College, Hillsboro School District, and many community organizations and industry partners. Through this collaboration, several new workforce initiatives were created to expand access to training and education for all community members. An example is Quick Start, a 10-day paid training program at PCC's Willow Creek campus that helps launch careers in the semiconductor industry. And it's important to note that 73% of the participants are women or people of color. Hillsboro also hosted Oregon's first Career Quest Week with free interactive workshops and seminars designed to help job seekers and career explorers. This year's Career Quest Week offered 8 bilingual workshops at different locations with 85 workshop attendees. A career fair with 15 organizations represented and 250 attendees. And 23 people took advantage of one-on-one coaching sessions. Another collaborative program that launched, Hillsboro Makes, aims to increase access and awareness of career opportunities in advanced manufacturing for communities, especially youth, women, and communities of color. This program is another great partnership with the Hillsboro School District that provides opportunities for high schoolers to explore alternative career pathways.
The City of Hillsboro, the Hillsboro School District, and industry partners in the area are creating exciting and unique opportunities for students in the area of advanced manufacturing. Through these opportunities, students are being exposed to career fields that are local to their area, that are providing high-wage, high-demand jobs. Not only that, but they're building partnerships and connections with industry leaders that will be essential for their path after high school.
Lo que aprendí de fabricación avanzada, hay varios tipos de trabajo que tú puedes escoger como una carrera para tomar que no sabías que existe, pero sí hay.
Having great job opportunities requires being able to get to work and then home again safely. So over the past year, we have improved and expanded our transportation system with a focus on safety for all users. Projects in South Hillsboro, such as Cornelius Pass Road, TV Highway, and 209th Avenue, help support the community's growth. TriMet has enhanced its services by adding frequent service along Cornell Road, bus line 48, and we're looking forward to the expansion of the Red Line Max service out to Hillsboro later this year. And we're also working with our regional partners to advance safety improvements for bus riders along TV Highway, a regional multimodal strategy on Highway 26, and Oak Baseline transportation alternatives in downtown Hillsboro. Our commitment to downtown Hillsboro extends to the Calle Diaz 10th Avenue area, where we completed beautification projects like seasonal lighting and cleanup efforts, and continued outreach with small businesses when planning for the neighborhood's future. A Metro grant of $400,000 will support community engagement in this area. Thank you very much, Metro, for your support and partnership. Now, Calle Diaz is one hub of Hillsboro's Cultural Arts District, which runs from 10th Avenue through Main Street and the avenues all the way out to M&M Marketplace. And we've already talked about the amazing murals, but we're also excited for this area's continuing revitalization with great entertainment, retail, food, and drink options.
Hillsboro is no longer known for our vast farmland, but this doesn't mean that we no longer value the roots of farm fresh food. Hillsboro has an opportunity to become better partners to the surrounding farming community through strengthening our local food economy by investing in our local farmers markets, M&M Marketplace, and our small businesses that support our hospitality, retail, and tourism community.
Now, some of the exciting new food additions in downtown include Main Street Commons, the Hillsboro Downtown Food Station, and Blue Ox Axe Throwing. And Blue Ox and the Hillsboro Downtown Station were 2 of 7 recipients of tenant improvement grants. And I want to acknowledge the Hillsboro Downtown Partnership because they are another great example of how together we keep getting better. What they do to beautify downtown with flower baskets and holiday banners, and to provide activities, whether it's trick-or-treating or the Christmas tree lighting and holidays. Hillsboro Downtown Partnership and its team is amazing. Another amazing team is Junior Achievement. And in December, we welcomed the Junior Achievement Discovery Center into the space above Outdoors In. And I was so excited to congratulate the JA team when we hosted our Community Conversations interview series in the new space. I visited Biztown a couple of times already, visited with the mayors of Biztown, and I encourage you all to join in the fun and take a tour of the facility after the speech. Not yet, after the speech, you'll gather, and it's above, on the second floor above Outdoors In. So in Biztown, our students learn how the local economy works, and they can look into our community and see the type of entrepreneurs that they might one day become, such as the 26 graduates from Adelante Mujeres Costenemos Entrepreneur Support Program in 2023. And this year we celebrated 6 years of partnership with Adelante. We also hosted the annual Westside Pitch Competition for budding entrepreneurs who were seeking funding for their early stage business ideas. And of the 34 entrepreneurs who applied and 6 finalists, top honors went to 2 Hillsboro residents. Now, I have a pitch for all of you. And I'm not just talking about the pitch for minor league baseball to be funded in our state. Last January, I emphasized the importance of semiconductor investment, and we were so grateful to our state leaders for moving forward the state's package and taking this first step in securing Oregon's future. We still have unfinished business in this area, and we encourage executive action to designate lands in North Hillsboro so we can support the state's pursuit of this opportunity to earn billions of dollars of semiconductor investments and the associated jobs that will be created. A growing local economy supports the ability of our city to serve our residents now and into the future. And that's true in Hillsboro and across the state. We also have unfinished business for housing and homelessness. As I mentioned, we need the state to support our shelter project with $3 million this session. And we have to have a balance within our community between good-paying jobs and affordable, attainable housing with home ownership opportunities. And that directly impacts our ability to fund shelters and other initiatives that we're being asked by the state to move forward on. Adding market rate housing and affordable housing, addressing homelessness, all of these require revenue, and that revenue primarily comes from the jobs side of the equation. In conclusion, as I said at the beginning, and I'll repeat it now, the state of our city is strong. And that's because thanks to all of you, together we keep getting better. Thank you. Okay, while you're standing, out of your green bag, take this flyer. One of my favorite things about having the State of the City here in the Shirley Huffman Auditorium is our group picture at the end. So stay standing, take the card out of your green bag, and then come together, cross the aisle. All right, you ready? Nice, okay.